Your Holiness, again, welcome to Regina. This is your first visit here. What are your thoughts on being in Regina amongst the community?
See, the community members, you know very well, love their spiritual head, the Khalifa, and the same sentiments are from the Khalifa for the members of the community. So I think we both are enjoying.
Good to hear. Again, this is the first mosque in Regina that we've seen built. What does that mean to you? It's been a long time coming. How does that feel?
You see, wherever there's Ahmadiyya Muslim community, there should be one place to worship, and the worship place in Islam is called mosque. So here we have got a mosque now, where all Ahmadi Muslims can get together for congregational prayer. And it is very much important when you have the place to worship, then you are more organized. So this is why I always say that in every part of the world, wherever even a small number of Ahmadis are residing, there should be a mosque. This is very important to keep the community together, intermingled.
And we are seeing that community grow quite a bit right here in Saskatchewan. Of course, in Saskatoon, the new mosque will be built, could be the third largest in Canada. What are your feelings towards Saskatchewan being such
the third largest mosque being built in where is it being built?
Saskatoon.
In Saskatoon.
Yes, yes. You see, the community was growing here because of the economic condition of this province. Since the oil crisis, I don't think the same Saskatchewan or Saskatoon holds the same position or not. But now Ahmadis here, living here, have started doing some trading, some businesses, and are having some other job opportunities. So I don't know whether it will grow that fast as it used to be in the past. But if the conditions come to normal and there's the economic conditions become normal as they used to be in the past, and the oil prices or are economically feasible for the country, then I think there will be more opportunities for jobs and people will come to join.
Now
these companies, and the number of Ahmadis will increase, because otherwise this area is not an industrial area. There's no very big industry here. Now that I learned that they are starting putting up some industry here in Saskatoon area. So let us see what happens.
What we have heard, and we do know that the Ahmadi sect is one of the fastest growing. Why do you think that is?
Fastest growing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You see, what is the message of Ahmadiyyat? So it was foretold by the Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the time will come when the Muslims will forget the true teaching of Islam. The clerics will misguide them. They will misconstrue the teachings of the Holy Quran. And at that time, the reformer will come, who will be the Messiah and Mahdi. It was the title given to him by the Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we spread this message, and those Muslims, when they see the conditions, Muslim clerics, how they are behaving, how they are spreading the message of hatred and extremism. They are radicalizing the youth, and they become disappointed. They are frustrated. When our message reaches to them, they realize that now this is the right time, that the person who was foretold by the Holy Prophet of Islam to come must have come. So then they accept the true Islam, which is being practiced by Ahmadi Muslims, one side, and on the other side, other religions, Christians, Hindus, and other sects are also accepting. Even there are quite a number of pagans who are not following any religion in the past. When they realize there is God and there should be religion, they accept Ahmadiyya. So if the message is right and true and have sense in it, those people who are sensible people, they accept it, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, we are hearing much in the news about America and politics, especially with the election coming up, the tolerance of Islam and Muslims down in the States. What is your view on Canada and Canada's tolerance towards Islam and Muslims?
Canada is quite a tolerant country. They are, I think, which is multinational, multicultural, multi-ethnic country. So you will have to accept each other. If you do not, then there will be big chaos. And I don't think Canada can ever bear it. So you are bound to be united and respect each other. Every religion and every ethnic group should respect other group. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And this is the duty of the government to make the people realize what their duties are.
And how would they do that?
You see, they have to, whenever there is any voice against any of the groups, it should be immediately curbed at the same point, nip in the bud. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, there is frustration.
On the other side, of course, the teaching is love for all, hatred for none. Unfortunately, not always practiced or easier said than done. We do see some mosques or the radicalization is still happening. What would your response be?
Not in Ahmadi mosque.
Mm-hmm.
This slogan is for Ahmadis. This slogan is being spread by Ahmadis, not by every Muslims. Mm-hmm. This is why I said that the person who was to come, according to the prophecy of the Holy Prophet of Islam, he was the real person appointed for this slogan, to spread this slogan. So we are spreading this. So
what would you hope for, or what would you like to see when it comes to Islam overall?
See, religious communities or religions do not grow you can say you can achieve all their targets overnight. Mm-hmm. Right? There is a gradual achievement, and they spread gradually. Mm. Right? This is how the Ahmadiyya community is spreading. If you go to Africa, see how the Ahmadiyya community is growing there. And hundreds of thousands of people are joining Ahmadiyyat in Africa. Not for their any personal gain, but they realize that this is the true religion. They have to accept. And this is the message. What is the message of Quran? In 2 sentences. I told you just there. To realize your duties, you go to your Creator, and you realize your duties you owe to your fellow beings, right? Discharge your duties. So if these two duties are being discharged properly, then in one sentence you can make it love for all and hatred for none. Right?
Yes. My final question for you is, coming to the West, we see Muslims coming to the West. It's not always easy to integrate into the West, your cultural and religious beliefs. Some find it that they can have a balance. Others find that they need to keep...
Can you define what is the meaning of integration?
Blending in, fitting in.
How? To leave your religious practices?
No.
To leave your culture? Is there any Chinese community who living here, they have left their culture? No. Sikh community left their culture, their language? No. Chinese? No. Filipinos? No. Hindus? No. Why should we expect from Muslims only to leave all their cultures and practices, religious practices? See, there are two things. One, culture, one is religion, right? And your religion says that these are the boundaries or limitations for men and for women. I always ask the Western press that if you mean the integration is to go to the bar and drink alcohol, that is not integration. If you say that there should not be any hijab worn by the women, used by the women, and government should put some restriction on it, then it is not integration. You are trying to usurp the rights of religious practicing, or those people who practicing particular religion. If you ask any Sikh to remove the turban from your head, it is not good, right? So you have to, if integration means that you work hard for the country, you use all your faculties and capabilities, potentials for the betterment of the nation. You always be law-abiding to the country, to the laws of the land. You always be law-abiding and honor the laws of the land. You love the country in which you are living. And this is the saying of the Holy Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that love of your country is part of your faith, right? This is integration. Integration does not mean that you forcefully, grab the hijab or snatch the hijab from the heads of the women, from Muslim women, or you ask Sikhs to remove their turbans, or government should enact some dress code law. No. You are free. See? With regards to your religious teachings, you should be free. Otherwise, there is no religious freedom. If you do like this, it means you are behaving like Pakistani government. Right? What Trump wants now, there is no difference between Maulana Fazlur Rahman and Trump. Those who want to deny the rights of the people.
What are your thoughts on Trump?
What
are your thoughts on the American election and their views on what they would like to see with a certain candidate?
If he wins, he will not implement whatever he is saying. If ever he implements, then there is going to be big chaos, I have already said. Right?